Good day, everyone. My name is Carl Justin Lasutan, and our topic for today is about OOP inheritance. So let's proceed to the problem set. So the title called Campus ID System that has student, faculty, and staff profile. So CC wants one base profile system that has name, ID, but each one has extra behaviors. So the student should show enroll behavior, the faculty should show teach behavior, and the staff show the documents process behavior. So what is inheritance? Inheritance enable good reuse and logical hierarchy that has child classes acquires parent properties or behavior. So isa po sa purpose sa inheritance is para malisdan imong code o ma-organize. So learning targets. Here is create a parent and child classes, use super constructor chaining, and apply SR relationship correctly. So the task requirements is to create parent class called person, then that has attribute name and campus ID, and also has a method called introduce that print basic info. So here are the child classes. First is the student that inherit 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 the parents class called the person, and the second is inherit called the person, and it has the program attributes and has different methods that shows name and enrolled subject. So for the faculty, he also has inherit the parent inherit the parent classes, the class, and also has extra attribute that called department and have different method that show teach, and the staff also inherit the parent class that also has extra attribute and method. So here for my code is I make the parent class with the constructor that has a parameter of name and campus ID. So and it says method that prints all the basic info. So I made a method here which is called introduce that shows the the person's name, ID, and ID. That's what it requires lang. So the second is I create a students that inherit the the parent class which is called person, and I add program in a constructor and adapt the constructor in the parent class, which is for me to use the name and campus ID. And I made a function that will shows the name of the students and enrolled in what subject. So next is the faculty. I made also the faculty inherit the person, which is the parent class, and I add the department and also has different function that shows name and is teaching what subject. So also for the class the same. I add also the office. So here is mini challenge required. Create a list of mixed object, students, faculty, and staff, and left them. Call introduce for all and call their specific method and type. You may use its instance function or method. So here I create a mixed object. I call it people and I put the students here and the faculty and staff, and these elements, and this is the class which would store the elements to this class. So So the first one is called Justin. So let's find a student, which is we'll store here name, and the second element is my ID, and the third is my program. So the ID and the program, this work in order. So if magkabaylo ni sila is mahimo ni name yung kani ma ID na noon. So dapat sunod gud nimo. And the same with these three, with these two. Is master gyapon ning element sa ilang gitawag, sa depende sa ilang gitawag diri nga class. Store there ang mga element. So here is nagloop ko. So for person in people, person that introduce, so kani is ma-iterate ning student, faculty, and staff. So ma-display na siya print. So kibali yaran ako. So here the first iterate is if is the student, is in order man siya pag-iterate. So ang una nakita is student. If instance person, if makita niya nga student which is kani ang mo execute and has the enrolled subject which is OOP na ma-store diri sa function ako sa akong student nga class, which is kani nga parameter subject. So mo na siyang una ma-print, and here ma-print ang iyang campus ID. So nagtawag man tag kani nga method pod o sa ma-print pod ning name and enrolled subject. So kani ma-skip ni sila kay wala man na-meet ilang kaning faculty o ang staff. So mo print ning 40 ka dash, which is kani separate para separate ni nako para organize. So the next is ma-iterate is kani nagsunod faculty, which is ma-meet na pod ni nga standard. Ma-skip ni siya kay false naman ni kani matro ni kay faculty naman pod ang nakita na iterate. So ma-print na siya, which is kani si Mr. Mario Kaday campus ID fac 101, and the teach OOP, which is ma-store diri nga subject. So mo nang na-print ni diba Mr. Mario Kaday is teaching OOP. So ma-skip na pod ni kay wala ma-meet ang standard. So ma-print na pod ni otro, which is kani sa ikado. And the same would happen in staff, the last iterate. So mo ni ang resulta, mo ni ang system nako. So showing at least one student, one faculty, and one staff working. So mo ni output. The last is short explanation. What was reused from the parent class? So what was reused in the parent class was first is the name, and the campus is the attributes in the parent class called persons, and it was reused in student, faculty, and staff, which displays the name and the ID, campus ID. That was reused in the class. That was reused in the parent class. So that's all. So that's all for this problem set. Thank you.